Rich is here, but I hope.
Party people in the place to be. Live from 58 Dream Street. This is Friday Night Frosthaven. And we're back after a triple jump interrupted scenario or session last week. I'll let Rich tell the story if he wants to. But we're here now. The triple jump did not get our goat this
I
time.
think I should try to tell the story.
Okay.
I should try to tell the story to see if there's a giant lag.
That's a
'Cause
thought.
The internet at this hotel is
No bueno?
there. Greg,
Yeah.
1.
2. Oh. Oh,
no.
God.
That sounded...
Try it again. You say
1.
1.
That's not
2.
that bad. It's not good.
We've had worse. It's not good though. No.
No. Hey, Burner Cat, welcome. We're we're gonna struggle through.
Should I log off and try on the hotspot?
I don't know. Like, do you have unlimited data? Were you able to verify that?
What I can verify is if I say that I had a recruit call planned, because now James is just gone, and that the internet didn't work, they're not going to get. It's the premium.
Jesus.
Okay. Yeah, this is not great.
Yeah, it's real rough. It's
This is not
jumpy.
optimal.
Okay. Yeah, goodbye, Rich.
Now, was that a planned drop? Was that an accidental drop?
Yeah.
Rich is moving at about the speed of a PowerPoint presentation. And now we've lost him. But hopefully he's coming back and we don't lose 2 weeks in a row to track meets. But here we are. We might as well keep the show rolling. So hey, player 2, Michaela, exists. I promise. We're going to prove it to you extremely soon. Because once we finish this scenario, there's nothing left to do. But bring Michaela in on a new scenario. Well, here he comes back into the chat.
Back in the chat.
And now I will bring him back into the show.
Oh, okay, Rich. This is the hotspot? This is a lot better. Even your audio quality has improved.
We try to keep this to like an hour show, and worst case Ontario, I just say, if it turns out I don't have unlimited data, they definitely would not care if I used my phone to do a recruit call on Zoom.
Okay, but we are recording this.
They're not watching.
Yeah, we are live to the
okay.
thousands.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
We are live to 3.
Okay, as long as everybody's comfortable.
And I feel like this is a part that James could maybe cut out in the YouTubings.
I could if it comes to it.
I mean, and there's no way to know. There's absolutely no way to know what university I work for.
Yeah. Oh my. Nope. Well, here we are. Hey, Olivia, welcome. Always happy to have you here. Yeah. So all right. So yeah, player 2, as I said, really exists. We'll prove it to you soon. Player 1, coming through at a much better level of latency now. Playing the Aether Pain conduit, Dr. Becky Goodpain. It's Rich. How you doing, Rich?
So good.
Good. Excellent.
Trying to get
Ah,
all my
sorry.
stuff together
Had to
here.
have a drink of water there for a moment. And now, player 3, playing the Inox Drifter, the biggest hobo. Which I guess every now and then I should say, if you're like, what's that name? It's a reference to the CanCon classic, the adventure show, The Littlest Hobo, about a dog who solves mysteries. It's Greg. How you doing, Greg?
Hey, good. He doesn't just solve mysteries, James. Sometimes he does a variety of things.
What other thing, like save a child who's like fallen in the river, that kind of thing?
Yeah, he saves children. He what has he done in the past? He's exposed government corruption. Not a joke. He has done that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like the Littlest Hobo is
help
like
somebody find love. That kind of thing.
the Littlest Hobo is like the Pretender. If you watched American television in the 90s, except instead of a super genius who can pretend to be any kind of professional that he wants, it's just a dog,
Yeah.
but achieves all the same stuff.
Who achieves all the same outcomes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and undergoes the exact same character developments throughout the series run. And then player 4, your host here at 58 Dream Street, the showrunner, the game runner. You know him, you love him. Playing the Lurker Deep Wraith. Click Trill, Snip Click. It's James. How am I doing? Real good.
Good, man.
This was a week where Monday was a snow day, and Friday was no class. School's closed. This is a nice condensed little week. I got a lot done in my even on my snow day because you still gotta work. That ever since the pandemic revealed that it's possible to do work at home, you gotta work on the snow day. But what you don't have to do is go in for office hours. So I got a nice bit of chunk of work done on Monday, and then a bunch of work done through the week, and then here we are, and we're gonna dive into the My Private Empire scenario, which we are currently on round 8 of. And without further ado, since Rich is on data right now, probably unlimited data. Like I don't pay that much for my
Probably
plan.
unlimited.
I don't pay much for my plan, and my plan has unlimited data. So probably
Yeah,
I don't know what I
pay
paid.
very much. I have like 50 gigs, which is essentially unlimited for my uses.
Yeah, this isn't why I have a good plan. Uh, but like being able to do stuff while I'm traveling is why I have a good plan. And you know what?
Mm.
There's a big, you know, big these days at my place of work. So worst case scenario, I'm just like, yeah, if I don't play that game, I get real anxious between days of a track meet, and that's not untrue.
yeah.
You know,
Certainly,
my
this will prove to be a better Friday night than last one.
Well, what I have found is that playing Frosthaven on Friday nights is a lot better than looking at the results from the day that just happened and thinking of various ways where we could still lose tomorrow. And like as long as we get to the track, it's pretty much impossible, but I'll still think of the ways, but not if I'm playing Frosthaven.
Well,
Yeah.
like some kind of comical mishap where you don't make it to the track and you just forfeit. But that's not gonna happen.
Why
Don't
would you
think
say that,
about that.
James?
I honestly I think the women could actually just not show up tomorrow and be okay.
They
Right.
banked a lot. Yeah, well, I can
Yeah.
relate to that. My fantasy basketball team is captained by Mr. Joel Embiid, who messed up his knee real bad when a big dude
That's not
fell
that
on
bad.
it.
He'll be fine.
Oh yeah, it's not that bad. He it's just a meniscus thing, right?
It is, and Robert, who is the one saying, "Oh no, it's bad," it's because Robert's injury was also a meniscus injury, but Robert is not a freak.
Yeah.
Uh, like these guys like tear their hamstring, and then like 10 weeks later, they're like, "It just repaired itself."
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not that worried, but I will say that with Joel Embiid, my star player out, I am pretty comfortably winning 7-1 in this current week. So I think I'll be okay. Hey, Michaela S. Walker. Welcome.
Hey.
Michaela Michaela thinks that Joel Embiid is really badly
Oh,
hurt.
see,
Oh, we lost you. Oh, you're back.
Oh yeah.
Okay. We did for a moment,
Ooh.
but we got you. It's touch and go. Let's get
Oh
going.
Yeah.
no.
Let's move. Let's play the
Yes.
scenario.
Let's move.
Yeah.
We want the part where Rich is texting me his moves while watching the show to be as short as possible at the end. So let's get some turns in now. We were literally in the middle. We've never done this before. We stopped in not just the middle of round 8, but the middle of Greg's turn. Greg has played the top of his card. Oh, the story so far. It's the My Private Empire scenario. We get a weird invitation to a weird snowy manse in the forest or something. And we dog sledded up there or something. Or we got there somehow. Maybe it wasn't any kind
I think
of...
it was a dog. I think it was a sled in this case.
oh yeah, it was. It was. No, it was climbing gear. We climbed up here, so it's not just in the woods. It's up high in the mountains or something. And we made our way up here, so that's good. And when we got here, we were invited inside, and we had a bell to pull because we'd been invited to a party, and we pulled the bell for the servants. And oh no, the servants are robots, but we killed them all. And then our host. And then our host, who was speaking to us through like a pipe-based intercom, was like, "Now come into, my hall." And then in the hall there was another bell. We pulled it to summon the servants, and oh no, it was robots again. It was skeletons the first time, and then it was robots, and then wouldn't you know it, a door opened up, and if we go through into this room, that letter C represents another servant call bell. So we'll pull on that one and hopefully actually get some help this time. But I guess we'll find out. Greg, how do you move?
So the first thing is, just move me 6 into the room as close to that bell as possible, and that will end my turn.
Dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. So, very close.
Yes.
Yet.
But then
So
I'm
far.
going to I'm just going to long rest in front of it. So you guys do whatever you like for the rest.
All right. Well, yeah. There's no safer time to take a cat nap in the middle of the quest because you're absolutely going to be woken up when someone rings that bell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, boom. That's round 8. We're going in a pretty good clip so far. Got a whole round finished. And now, let's go into round 9. There's obviously nothing to do except for us to start trekking towards that place. I'll say this. I'm not going to reveal it this turn because I just can't. But I've been doing pretty good so far in the scenario, I think, with my new character, the Lurker Deep Wraith. But I'm going to do way better, probably later in this scenario and definitely in the future. Thanks to Burner Account, who sent me a kind message to basically say, "Hey, dummy, you're reading your most important card wrong." And now that I've read it properly, I see that it is very good. And I understand how to use it. And I should have used it on my very first turn, and I probably will use it on most of my first turns from henceforth. Or at least on a fairly early turn. So anyway, yeah. Let's figure out how to move, Rich. I know how I'm going to move. Do you?
Yeah, I can move a little.
Great. Okay. Well, is everybody ready? It looks like we are. Put them up, team. Boom. All right. And sound off. What do you got, Pain Conduit?
29.
29. You're going first. I'm going second. It's 66. The Lurker Deep Wraith. Snip.
And I'm
trill,
going
click,
last.
snip. And the Drifter will take up the rear with his 99 for a long rest. So get us started, Pain Conduit. Hold on, I'll put these. There we go. There. That's better.
With the bottom of Shared Affliction, I'll move 3.
Moving 3. Oh, actually, hold on. Your dude has moved 2?
Yeah.
All right. And then you're moving 3. 1, 2, 3.
And then that's it, because if I heal myself, I have to immobilize myself, and I choose movement.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Probably
fair.
a smart choice.
That's fair. Okay. With the bottom of a card that has a cool name, I'll just move 2. And then with the top of a card that also has a cool name that I'd like to save for when I'm doing the cool thing, I will not do something, and then I will move 2, and then I will not do something. The real ones know. Okay.
All right.
And that's it. Take your long rest, Drifter. That's the round.
Dunzo. Got all my items back. And I just have to
Oh,
step on that bell to activate it, yes?
Yes, you do. As soon as you step
Okay.
in, you don't have to end your turn. It's not like a big, build up to get the pressure required to make the bell ding. It just dings.
Okay, so here's the
Ah,
question. I think I'm going to do
I have an
this.
important question to answer for myself, which is do I want to long rest or do I want to short rest so I can keep moving at the risk of losing a good card?
I think I want to long rest. I don't actually have enough cards to do much more.
Yeah, Greg and
Yeah,
I
we
were
were
saying the
discussing
same
that
thing.
before. We think this is the last. This is the last episode.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
probably
that's yes. To be fair, burner account did not say best card, and I'm not even sure it's my best card, but
okay.
it's
Short
a
rest.
great value add card that could get me some use out of my skulls. Like it can
Just some skill use.
like the because what I was mistaking is that I didn't see that it was a persistent skill, and so like on its own, it doesn't seem like much, but when you can do it every round while also doing the rest of your turn, it's a nice it's the feta on top of your shakshuka. All right, I'll long
Yeah.
rest too. So
I short rested because I'm a team player.
oh well, I was only long. Okay. Well, I'll
I'm kidding.
short
I'm kidding.
rest.
I'm kidding.
Okay. All right. So, uh, is everybody ready?
Yes.
Put them
Oh
up,
dear.
Greg. Boom.
Are you gonna make guys come?
I'm
Oh.
gonna make guys come.
Sweet.
Just what I
Uh,
do.
Great line reading, Greg.
Thank you.
Okay, so Rich was not kidding that he took a short rest. Okay. Put them up also, Rich. Boom.
they're up. Oh,
But turn them
okay.
around. Like, do the gimmick. All right, sound off. What do you got, Pain Conduit?
74.
All right, and Drifter?
25.
25. I'll go at 99, so I'm going last. And drift away.
All right. So first of all, I am going to move. This is a move 6, but I'll stop by just moving 1 onto the bell.
One onto the bell. All right, here we go. Time to read some text. The first time any character enters C, read 103.1. Section book is getting a good workout in this scenario. Because there's a separate section not for like every time you ring the bell to tell you what to reveal, and then every time you clear an episode to tell you where the next bell appears. Oh, whoops! I'm missing a door. 1 second. The door is supposed to be just here, obviously. Okay, great. Now, the bell chain retracts into the ceiling, and then clapping and excited laughter echoes from the brass tubes. Behold my dance hall! I trust you've brought comfortable shoes. I hope you'll forgive me if I'm a moment delayed. In the meantime, these fine fellows were hoping for a waltz. Let the ball begin. All right, Greg, as monster, one of the 6 monsters, so like 3 or 4.
I get you.
Great. Add
Looking at
the
the wrong.
add the steel automatons. Sorry,
Ooh.
automata.
Okay, who am I bringing in?
Slide the whole business this way. This scenario really drives home to me that it's time to figure out a better physical setup for my studio space. So we're going to bring into play. Wait, I gotta. There we go. Induce it to pick up the data There we are.
Mhm.
Steel automata are in the thing. We're gonna have normal number 2 and elite number 4.
Okay. Some big boys. Where are they at?
They are in the corners of the room. So there's one
Damn.
in the elite is in the back corner, and the normal is in also I mean the front back corner. I guess it depends where you define the back of the room. But these guys want to waltz. So
Okay.
all right.
Tell me what that looks like as the turns.
Oh hey, there's a special rule. Oh, the special rule is the third episode is overcome when all revealed enemies are dead. They they did a lot of setup
That's
of
just the
special
normal
rules.
rule.
Yeah, they created the like wacky
That's just a
episode
rule.
setup, and then they were like, you know what? Let's not overwhelm them. Let's make all of the episodes just kill all enemies. And so far, all the episodes are kill
all
all
humans.
enemies of a single type.
If one of us exhausts, are we all dead friends?
No, nope. This is just a scenario. So,
Okay.
and if we're all, tetchy on the cards, we do have the option after every episode of just declaring victory.
Yeah, I think this is the last episode.
Yeah, I think this has to be the last episode.
Okay.
Unless
So-
you're real confident in your ability to solo the
You just
final
put 6 guys on the
I'm
board.
not. What's that?
No.
Okay.
Did you just? There's 6 new
Two
guys
No,
on
just
the
two.
board. Is that correct? Okay, sorry, I'm not pulling up the. I'm not making internet do any more work
Yeah,
than it absolutely
that's
has
fair.
to.
This
I'm not
is very
touching
fair.
anything. I'm not looking
That's
at the
fair.
console.
So there's 2 new guys. Yeah, I don't see
yeah.
I was thinking earlier burner account before I talked to Greg and then Rich and realized they were both also in a I don't know about my card economy here. I was thinking maybe we can get 3 and 4 done, but I don't think I can make it through 5. And then it was like, well, there's
Well, I did.
the only endings of the scenario besides losing are you won 1 to 4 episodes gets the same ending, and then 5. So if you know you're not going to make it through 5, why'd you carry on past 3? Maybe we'll come back to it in the
Yeah.
future because it's kind of cool.
Oh, I think we will. I
And
think
it
we
seems
can do
like-
this.
I think
I bet the 5.
I don't know, James, if you did this,
What?
but I definitely did a lot of I'm playing a new character, so I want to play the cool moves. It's I lost cards early that I probably wouldn't lose once I am used to playing this character. I don't know if you did that.
Well, I absolutely used lacerating
I
stabs
could
just
have.
to quickly kill those ruined machines. So yes.
I also think there's a degree too where if we were all closer to each other in level, we it would be the difficulty curve would be better represented. I think.
Maybe. But anyway.
Well, that will be many moons from now, Greg.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Well, actually,
Oh, well.
yeah, right. Because it's going to take a while just to get Greg back down to our level, let alone how slowly we may or may not level up. So the steel automata are going to do heavy footfalls, and the way that works, and they're doing it right after you, Greg. First, all enemies adjacent to them will take a damage. Then
Okay.
they will move +2, which for both of them is a move 4. Then, after that move, all adjacent enemies will take hazardous terrain damage. Which,
Okay.
for a level
that's
2
gonna be you,
scenario,
Greg.
Mhm.
a level
I'm good.
2 scenario, that's just 2 damage. It's not that bad.
Okay. So
Not that hazardous.
move me the rest of my movement up into the face of the elite.
Hold on. I'm going to simplify. I'm going to just take the first room off for now and set it aside.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't need
Yeah.
that. We're not going
No,
back
not
there.
at all. And now I've got
I am
a
going to
little
lead these
more
guys back towards you guys, though. But
there. Yeah, that's good.
slow.
That's great. Okay. So you can move 5. Where are you going? Back to the door?
No. Move me into the face of the elite.
Oh, 1, 2, 3. You're in his face.
Okay. Could you move me one into the one up?
1, 2, 3. Yep.
Yep. Cool. So then I'm going to attack him for 4.
Very good.
So pulling it, he has a shield
He has
3.
shield 3.
Ooh, I'm gonna need to bring this out. I
That's
think
too many shield.
it is too many
Oh, I do
shield.
a bunch of direct damage. That's my whole thing.
That's great.
Rich to the rescue.
Okay, so I'm going to attack him for 3, pulling it. Push 2 plus 0, so he takes 1 damage.
1 damage. And he's
And I'll push.
pushed.
I'll push him.
Yep. He's pushed into the corner.
And then I'm going to move another 5 just towards the door.
Great. 1 moment. Okay, back to the main door that you came in. 1,
Back
2,
to the door
3,
that you guys are in.
4, 5. Great.
Cool. Then I'm going to swing my sword at nothing. I'm not going to do that attack.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. What was I just thinking? I was thinking something. Oh, I had realized that I didn't have the modifier to exit.
Oh, can you move me 1 up instead so I don't get hit by that that normal?
Yes. 1 sec here.
Yeah.
Made so many attacks that I have to take a lot of things out of my modifier deck to get it set up properly. Okay. Sorry. Now, what did you ask me, Greg?
Just into the hex 1 up from that one so that I don't get hit by that normal.
This one?
No.
No.
No, into the corner of the room.
Corner. Okay, hold on. 1. Oh, you're moving 5 from here? No, 5 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that works.
Yes.
Okay, that's the Drifter's turn. It's heavy footfalls time, but no heavy footfalls will be harming us. But stomp, 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 stomp. And he's, you can see that the automata, they're really concentrating on the counting.
Yeah.
1, 2,
I can see
3,
that.
4. Okay. Steel automata bearing down on our boy. Pain conduit, you're up.
Uh, Flesh friend moves first.
Right. Good old flesh friend.
Now I will move 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Anybody need a heal 1?
Fine, I'm at max.
I would benefit slightly from a heal 1. Well, by exactly 1.
You
Takes
may
me
heal
to-
1.
Takes me to full.
Yeah, with the top of transferred energy injury, I will heal you 1, and then I will attack that 1 on the normal.
Sweet. So you got range 3 on that?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Attack 1 against shield 2.
Plus 0.
Okay.
But I'll take that.
Ding.
Just getting closer.
All
That's
right.
all I wanted to do.
I gotta decide what I'm giving up here for my rest. Oh yeah, this is irrelevant now. All right, I'm ready. So I have long rested. Oh right, I didn't need to heal 1, but it doesn't matter because you get to try a shot with it. But I healed 2 for my long rest, but I was at full anyway, so that's all very good. And now we're heading in to round 10. Okay.
Okay. I'm short resting. My data drive came back, so I'm putting half my cards, which is I have 2, so I'm just basically getting to choose which one I throw away.
All right.
And it's gonna be that one.
Data drive. Okay. Okay. What do I have? Do I have a way? Ooh. Okay. I guess I'll try this just for the sake of getting into the fight. I'm going to go late and try to get involved. Actually, you know what? I'll accept that it's too soon to get involved and Is it worth engage? Oh no, no. These dudes are specifically immune to the best thing that I could do with my. Ah, you know
10.
what? Whatever. I'm still gonna do it. No, I needed to.
Hope
Never
they
mind.
punch me.
Oh man. Okay,
Jesus.
I'm gonna save the debut of my cool new card for next time. I don't think it's gonna contribute here in episode 3. All
You're
right.
acting like a real triple jump official right now, James.
Round 10. Is everybody ready?
Ready?
Put them up. Boom. All right. And sound off. Drifter, what do you get? Not, yeah, okay, Drifter. What do you get?
25.
25. Very good. How about you, Pain Conduit?
56.
56. Okay. So we're going in the order of Drifter, Pain Conduit, Deep Wraith, with the Steel Automata going first, because they're doing Immovable Object to give themselves an additional 4 shield. So that happens immediately. We now have a shield 6 guy and a shield 7 guy.
Okay. Well, good thing.
Drift away.
All right. So first, I'm going to use the bottom of Unending Fight to move the character tokens on 3 of my persistent abilities backwards 3 slots.
Okay.
So then I'm going to activate Accurate Strikes on my next 6 attacks targeting enemies with shield. I add PS3 to the attack.
Pierce 3. Very good.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Yeah, the immunities are not great for my purposes, especially because I got all excited to use a thing that would constantly conflict with their immunities and come up short. Okay. Pain Conduit.
Okay. Top of blood ritual, I will attack 4 on the normal.
Okay. Attack 4 on the normal with Blood Ritual.
+1.
+1.
So no damage.
5 versus shield 6. No damage.
So I take 2 damage, and from the blood ritual, and then
Sure.
with my last tick of the agony of others, I can deal 2 damage to an enemy within range 3.
Sweet.
And that will be the normal.
2 damage to number
Nice.
2. Very good.
Okay. And I'm done.
Okay. Now, it's Deep Wraith time. And with the bottom of Skull Collection, I'll save the top for when it'll really be exciting. I'm just going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which gets me almost there, if only they had moved at all. Then, with the top of Tumultuous Panic. First, I do an attack 1 against nothing, so I guess I
Flesh
should
friend
start.
didn't move.
Oh,
Oh,
whoops.
move Flesh Friend.
Flesh Friend. All right. So I guess I just start wildly clicking, clipping my claws and getting all excited and moving my feelers or whatever. And then the middle part of Tumultuous Panic is move 2, because this is the card I used last time. And then part 3, I will do an attack 2 on the normal here. And yes, I realize how pitiful that is. And so I'm going to use the Jagged Sword to add wound to that attack. This is an attack 2 that causes wound. I'm pulling it, +1. No damage, but he is
But a
wounded.
wound.
Yeah, these things are immune
Good
to
stuff.
poison, and they're immune to disarm. They are not immune to just being cut open, so they leak their fuel everywhere.
Gross.
Okay.
Indeed.
All right. Their shield
Okay.
is gone, right? Or it's until
Their shield
their
is gone
extra-
now.
That's the end.
Well,
Okay.
not gone, but the extra shield.
Round 10.
I just
done.
short rested.
Okay.
Cool.
So did the Steel Automata, because I'm shuffling their deck. 1 second.
That'd be a neat thing, actually, if there was a card in a monster deck that was like, once they use this, they can't do it again.
Yeah.
Just remove it from the deck.
That would be a good
Yeah, but
gimmick.
that card would just be like bane everyone.
It would be a
Oh yeah, it would be an
brutal attack.
insane.
But that would really that would be an interesting wrinkle to a monster. If just like there's this ticking time bomb that you know is there, and if it comes, maybe you can recover now because they can't do it again. Whew, yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be cool. Okay.
Maybe Marcus will take this and run with it, and the card will just be you lose.
I know you're
You,
listening out there, Marcus.
everyone
No,
exhausts. Fuck you. My name's Marcus.
it'll be
That's what
called.
he writes.
That's
It's
what the
called.
card is called.
No, the
Fuck you,
card.
my name's Marcus.
No, it's called From Marcus with Love.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't think it's time for me to worry too much about hurting these guys yet. I will be a supportive friend. A
Wonderful.
very supportive friend. I will act quickly and in a supportive way that supports the team. Okay. Is everybody ready?
Ready.
Mhm.
Excellent. Put them up, team. Boom. And I should probably clarify that I am. Ooh, cool. Burner account says he recalls
Okay,
a
a
boss
boss.
that lost abilities as the fight went on, which sounds fun.
Okay.
And of course, the final boss of Forgotten Circles had a gimmick where through the campaign, by completing objectives, you could take its best attacks away. But by the time we got to that
Yeah.
boss, this game arrived in the mail, and it just wasn't fun to slog through a frustratingly impossible boss. So, sound off. Paint conduit.
25.
25. How about you, Drifter?
17.
17. All right, I'm going in the middle of you two at 20. And the Steel Automata are doing nothing special at 70. So that's their plan. Okay. Go for it. Drift away.
Yeah, so I'm going to start by moving 5. Just move me to like the other side of the elite. I'm just going to go like around him.
1, 2, 3. There you go.
Cool, that works. That gives me shield 1 for the rest of the round. And then I'm going to attack him for 5 with
Okay.
PS3. So he has no shield.
Nice.
So attack 5, pulling it. +1, 6 damage.
6 damage. Very nice. He's down to 7 hit points.
And he'll be down to 6 hit points when.
Oh, you just put that on the normal.
Oh, I did. Sorry. I take that back. He'll be down to 6 hit points when his. Oh, no, wait. The normal's the one that's wounded. That's where I got
Yeah.
confused. Bug up. He's down to 7. And then. Do I do anything else?
Oh,
No, I'll leave it there.
right. The Forgotten Circles boss also did, because it had its own ability deck, have to lose cards when it rested.
Okay.
Ah, but it didn't matter because all of its cards were like heal yourself back to full while also causing every condition simultaneously to all players. Dedev, welcome. You've got a badge that says 2023, which is not timely, but it's but I like it. It's got a heart instead
Get
of
out of
zero.
here, man.
Maybe I'm misreading it. It actually just is supposed to say 2 heart 23. At any rate, well met, Dedev. Okay. Drifter's done? Yes. It's deep red time, baby. Snip trill, click snip. With the bottom of Succumb to Fear, I will teleport. So I'm going to picture this as kind of like how the giant crabs in Dark Souls 3 can inexplicably burrow under the ground. So she goes, then she's gone, and the automata are like, where'd she go? And then she pops up in front of this guy, having teleported 1 actually to get next to him. And I will muddle him. This is kind of frustrating.
It'd probably be better actually if you muddle the normal because I've got the crude hide and that makes it so he's already muddled when he attacks me.
Oh, it came that I've got the badge along with the year recap. I guess maybe I could have done it too after I read my year recap, but I was just too excited about the emoji report. So I had
was
to go.
not.
Well, I
People
mean,
hate the rich.
in a sense, you were excited about it. in that it fired you up to start the Great Emoji Wars of 2024. No,
Yeah,
Greg,
people are gonna
let me
people are gonna really love the rich in 2024.
yeah, let me. I've got a follow up, Greg, and it is best if I muddle this guy. This is mildly
Alrighty.
frustrating. This is mildly frustrating because what I'm about to do then would, if I had somehow a third action, would set me up to do a thing that I can do. But with the top of staring into the abyss. And I can use a skull for this. I will use a skull to enhance this ability. The base of staring into the abyss is stun range 1. So I'll stun the big guy.
All right.
And it's the big guy who's muddled, Greg.
Of course. Well, I don't know why I keep doing this tonight.
You just hate that normal. You just
I
want
do.
everything
I want
bad
everything to happen to him.
Well, we can't let anything happen to him because he's got to punch me.
You gotta move into his face if you want him to punch you.
Yeah, I'm gonna move into his face to get punched.
Okay,
good.
great. Anyway, I also just realized that. Oh wait, no, I can't use the skull for this. I'm misreading the card. At any rate, at least I've got a bunch of pretty skulls. I'll branch out into utilizing them to enhance my abilities next time. But also, I was totally wrong. I thought that we were gonna have 3 conditions on this guy now because got me all confused by putting the
Yeah.
And if that was true, I would then have the potential to bane him. But alas, okay. Whoops. I also put a bunch of cards in my lost that should have gone in my discard. I fixed that. Okay. Well, hey, that's the Deep Wraith. Paint conduit.
Okay, before I do that, how punchy are his punches?
His punches
3.
are 3.
Oh, sorry. I'm putting my fingers up. Rich cannot see me.
Okay.
The limitations of our setup. They can see the map, but they can't see my feed.
So first, I'm gonna use my amulet of life to heal.
Oh, well, first, Flesh Guy's gonna move.
Oh yeah, Flesh Friend.
Good old Flesh Friend. He comes forward. Flesh Friend is not well suited to this long hallway scenario.
I probably should have summoned Flesh Friend way later, but I really wanted you guys to see Flesh Friend.
Yeah, no, it's great to get to meet him.
You know what? Yeah.
You know, this is very much like we all met at a party. We're all kind of just like
check out what I can do.
Awkwardly meeting, and then we come in together and
we did not talk at all.
Pink Conduit's like,
hey,
up. I brought my Flesh Friend. Have you guys met Flesh Friend?
Okay, at the top of Blood Ritual, I'll attack the normal 4.
Have you moved? Or no, you're attacking them, then moving?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet, yeah.
Attack 4 on the normal.
-2.
Oh, that's gonna
Right.
be.
He's going to
No
block
damage?
that with his shield too.
Great. So I take 2 damage, and now with the I'll move 4 into his face.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're in his face.
And hopefully he doesn't pull a +2.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Well, you know, that would be some good pain. Actually, I guess it would probably be
A
bad kind of pain.
+2 would be sweet, though.
All right, well, fingers crossed. Because here it comes. We're about to find out. The elite is stunned like a chump. His stun and his muddle go away, so he's better now. But he doesn't get to do a turn. The normal bleeds 1, as you just registered for us, Greg. And then turns... And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and boom! Attack 3 -1, 2 damage.
So he suffers 2 damage because of the bottom of Reversal of Fate.
Bonk. All right.
All right.
Is it written all out in text, or is it called like Retaliate X, where X equals the amount of damage you take?
On the next damage you suffer from an attack, the attacker suffers an equal amount of damage.
Okay, cool. Very nice.
I short rest it, and I'm ready.
I'm going to short rest 2.
Okay.
I think I have 2 moves left, so this is my second to last turn.
All right.
But
if I go late, can somebody plan on damaging one of these guys? Are you planning to kill?
I believe the elite will be dead at the end of this turn.
Okay. Well,
barring
if you
accident.
can't kill the normal Rich, hurt it, and I'll take care of it.
Yeah,
Flesh Friend's gonna get a hit in.
Flesh Friend's gonna get a hit in.
Is he? Oh, he is. He's like, hey, wait, guys, wait for me.
Do you think he sounds like Buffalo Bill?
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Okay. What have I done?
You think I look sexy? I think I look sexy.
All right. Here we go. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Put them up, team. Boom. I actually saw some discussion of Buffalo Bill very briefly on Blue Sky today with the critic Emily St. James. First starting out saying, listen, I want to say something about the crying game. It's not as bad as everybody says it is now. There was much worse trans representation in the 90s in things like Ace Ventura Pet Detective. And then in the thread, she then came back around to say,
Yeah.
and also,
Excellent point.
Buffalo Bill's not like obviously
Yeah.
Buffalo Bill is not. For one thing, if you've read the novel, I can't remember if they cover this in the film, but in the novel, The
They do
Silence
say
of
it
the
in the
Lambs,
film. Yeah.
in the novel, there's like a whole like 3 pages where they're like, so this guy is not a transsexual, and that was the accepted terminology at the time. I know it's transgender, but there's this whole thing where they're like, here, look, this is all the rigorous screening that transsexuals go through before they receive treatment. And this guy did not qualify because he's actually just a fucked up in the head dude who wants to cut people's skin off and wear it.
Yes.
So then sometimes
he's not fucked up because he wants to do that. He's fucked up because he follows through on it.
I mean, he's even more like if there's another guy like the other guys on the web forum that are egging him on, but that don't have the courage to do it themselves, are maybe a little less fucked up than him, but not that much.
Nice. Not by much.
All right. Well, here we are. Round 12. We did put him up, team.
We put him up. You just got.
My goodness.
You gotta ask for our numbers.
Sound
That
off.
is how Flesh Friend would be made in real life.
Pain conduit. That's how Sven was made.
Yeah.
23. What do you have, Drifter?
17.
17. How about you, Steel Automaton? 45. At 45,
Nice.
the Steel Automaton will do Unstoppable Force, a move +1, and an attack -1 that also has a push 3. So it's like a running shoulder check kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I'll bring up the rear at 89. So give me the beat, Greg. Free my soul.
All right. So I am going to do Vile Assault. So I'm going to start with an attack 4, PS3 on the big guy. Causing
Attack-
poison, but that's irrelevant.
Attack 4, Pierce 3. It certainly is irrelevant. He's immune to that.
+1, 5 damage.
+1.
Hooray.
You're too shiny, so we can't see that. But I believe you.
But we believe you.
Yeah, we absolutely do.
Mm-hmm. And
Yes,
then,
I think that is definitely true. I think Ed Gein is like not a well-known serial killer in the sense that you constantly hear people reference him even when they're talking about serial killers, but certainly a big inspiration for people who wanted to make fiction about serial killers, because Leatherface is also, or the whole Texas Chainsaw Massacre Sawyer family, a lot of their stuff is based on him, like making lampshades and stuff out of skin. Oh my goodness, what a horrible world. Okay.
well, I'm going to attack him again as part of Vile Assault.
Great.
Get 2 more experience points for that. And then this is another attack 4, causing wound this time. So as long as I don't, even if I pull a null, he won't die. But if somebody can do odd damage to him, here we go. +2, not
+2.
necessary. He is dead.
Kaboom. Well, as they say, you can't get any more wounded than dead.
Then I will move. Just move me 2 down. Oh well, actually, hold on. I want to look up the range on the potion. James, do you have the cards in front of you there?
Yes. Where did I put them? Here they are. Potion. Which potion?
What's the range on my explosive potion? My
Explosive potion. Range 2.
explosive vial.
Explosive vial. Range
Range
2.
2. Oh, I wouldn't be within range 2 if I was on that treasure, would I?
No.
All right. Well, just move me one closer to him, so I'm within range 2.
Okay.
That gives me shield 1 for the rest of the round, for what that's worth. But then I'm just going to throw that vial at him and just do 2 damage, just to help out.
Kaboom. Explosive.
All right, and that is my second to last turn. My last turn will be long resting. So
Wow. Okay. Yikes. I mean, we're in pretty good condition here. We're gonna be okay. Pain conduit.
Unlosable.
Bring to pain.
I did what I set out to do. Flesh friend.
Okay. Flesh
Oh
friend
right,
moves
flesh
up and
friend.
attack 1.
Ah, this is it. Attack 1. You can do it, flesh
Plus
friend.
0.
Okay, no damage. But the steel automata turns its head 90 degrees to the left, leaving itself critically vulnerable to an attack from the pain conduit.
What does flesh friend do?
He ignores retaliate, first
Okay.
of all.
That's good.
And whenever he suffers damage, I can suffer it instead, and then
Okay.
deal it back out with all of my
Yeah.
silliness.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
And he's got 7 health, so he can actually take a fair amount.
He's
Yeah,
also a pain
He's like a
conduit.
doughboy.
Yeah, he's basically me. I start with 9 health. I just have an equal that I bring around with me.
Yeah. That's why you guys are such good friends.
He actually introduces me as not flesh friend to his
Yeah.
friends. Okay, the bottom of shared affliction, I will move.
Where's Sven?
You know what? I should move onto the loot that the other guy dropped there. Just not 1 second ago.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom. You got it.
And then with the top of Reversal of Fate, I will heal some. Can I use a heal on someone that doesn't need a heal?
No.
Okay, well then
But wait, does it have a secondary effect?
Yes. It gives them yellow with a triangle and a circle around it.
Bless.
Bless.
No, I don't think. That's not bless, is it?
No, it's bless.
Okay. So yeah, okay, I'll heal myself 5 and bless myself.
Bless you.
And this is the top of Reversal of Fate. And then I will attack 5, range 4 on the other guy and curse him.
All right. Attack 5
Now
at
I
range
understand
4
the bless and the curse.
against shield 2. Bullet.
+2.
+2. It's over.
So that was an attack 4?
It was an attack 5.
It's attack,
Attack 5. Oh yeah, it's over.
+2. All
Over,
right.
over.
Well.
Boom, boom.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah, thank you, Burner Account. Yeah, I was just Googling that Greg, and I came to the same...
You
I
can
came to the
heal
same
a
thing.
target at full health. Excellent news.
Oh, sweet.
I was being conservative to
Well,
avoid being wrong.
In that case, I want to take my mulligan
I made a fool of myself.
and heal Greg because his attacks are better.
Well, we're done though, aren't we?
We're done.
I just want
Yeah.
Greg to end the scenario with bless. I don't want positive.
Don't want positive effects on my deck.
Well,
That's
not.
fair.
I don't want them on me. That's not my thing.
Yeah.
That's not my thing.
All right. Well, the third
not my
episode
bag,
is overcome.
man.
The third episode is overcome, so I must read 11.5.
I'm glad these cards lived in my backpack for the last 2 weeks for that one episode that we played.
Yeah. With the dance, in air quotes, complete, the bell chain drops again. The next time any character enters C, start episode 4. But we also have the option to declare victory, and I guess we got to do that. Since we'll be declaring, oh no, we've lost. If we go back into the fight.
Yeah.
The paying conduit loots, receiving
Oh yeah.
an arrow vine.
Ooh,
Oh,
never had one of those
nice.
before.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's pretty good. And then, finally, it is the Lurker Deep Wraith's turn. And with the bottom of slipping into death, I'll move too, but I won't do
To get some
anything to
loot?
anyone when I get there because I don't need the. There's no one there to kill. But I was ready. I would have killed him, and I loot, and that's the end of my turn, and therefore the end of the scenario. So a pretty long wait, in a sense. It only feels long because I did all the setup last week, and then we had to cancel. I have looted 2 coins. Very nice. Add that to my enormous pile of loot.
Well, we'll get to that. But right
Martin
now,
was
if we're done.
Martin was pleased with me for finally being responsible, and starting and looting a lot. Like I looted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tokens.
Holy.
So I was
Nice.
forced. Well, like back in the first room, we killed a lot of skeletons, and there were no loot tokens
did.
left there. I was forced to confess to him that it's a role-playing choice, and not that I've learned to be responsible and play the game mechanically in an optimal way. If I wasn't a character who
Do
I
you think we
truly,
play Frosthaven in an optimal way, James?
I don't think we play it optimally, but I think we're pretty good at it, all things considered. In the
I don't
same
think we're
way,
bad. Martin will let us know.
yeah, like in the same way
No,
that I
based on the
like,
people I've seen, you're pretty below average.
No, you guys are actually pretty bad at this.
like Rich,
Like
Rich.
you say you've been doing this together for 4 years. That's not good.
Well, it's like I think that I'm good.
Rich
That
should
we're
know the
good at
rules
this
by
game. I think we're good at this game in the same way that I'm like Rich. You played D&D with me. I'm good at D&D. Like even in the way that like I can make my moves to like do a good damage output. But I concentrate way more on things that probably don't count as optimal D&D play when I play D&D.
Yeah, because optimal D&D play is actually super boring.
Yeah.
It is certainly in D&D 5. Like when I played
assume-
Pool of Radiance with first edition AD&D rules, like there's very little opportunity for cool character work in that PC game from 1988. But with the tight combat rules, the fighting is a lot of fun. But the really, really loose and generous and not really challenging combat rules of D&D 5 are not on their own fun. If you're not also like, you know, playing a role.
Yeah, you got to role play. It's in the name of the game.
Hey, I'm gonna outsource this because it's come up probably 25 times in the last 4 years, and I've kept forgetting to ask you guys how I should answer the question. But when somebody asks what Gloomhaven or Frosthaven is, what's the answer? 'Cause it's not an RPG.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
Okay,
an
you know what I think it is?
It does have RPG elements.
It's a computer RPG pulled back to the world of a tabletop.
Yeah.
Like it dispenses with role playing.
Well, the people that ask me that question are not going to.
They're not going to understand that.
answer.
It's You could say it's tactical RPG combat or like a tactical combat game.
It's a board game. They're like you play the same board game every Friday night for the last 4 years, and you've never, and like it's like still going.
It's a dungeon crawler.
Okay.
It's a dungeon crawler.
Is it though?
I
feel like
this is dungeon crawling. What we're doing right now is dungeon crawling.
I guess.
With RPG, and in the case of Frosthaven, what do you call it? Something management. When you're building
I'm usually
burner account says
people who are like
Euro.
So you guys play Candyland every Friday night.
See, burner account says Euro dungeon crawler, which makes sense.
Euro dungeon crawler, sure.
But once again, the people who are like
the distinction between Euro and North American games.
This is not. We're not playing Ameritrash here.
So do they hate Gloomhaven in the UK now too?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I bet they actually do.
to a
fuck those
performative degree. Yeah, no, people in the
I'm sure
UK
it's actually probably costs a lot more money to ship it into the UK now than it would.
they
have
took
before.
they took an actual vote.
I bet Marcus is from the UK.
No, no, Marcus gave us a clue about where he is, and I feel like I should like I'm pretty sure I've solved it, and I feel like I shouldn't say the answer, but yeah, but he
No,
gave us a
You
clue.
should say it to me.
No, James, come on, give us home address.
Well, yeah, that's what I
Like
said
you
to
did
him
with
was
Robert
like,
that one time.
Martin, you know I love puzzles. Like this is the beginning of an arc that ends with me saying
No,
the home
I
address
said
on the stream.
Marcus.
But
I said Marcus. I
oh,
want you to
Marcus.
give us Marcus's home address.
Oh, I don't know where Marcus lives.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
was
could
saying
he could live anywhere.
Yeah.
But
I was
yeah.
wondering why you were trying to protect Marcus. Like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, in the UK, they actually took a vote like 8 years ago, and their everybody's grandparents, as their last act, voted like my grandchildren should never get to have fun again, and then they all died.
Yeah.
So like, you, you can look at the polling of like is
My parents
Brexit
would vote for that.
is Brexit good? Oh, absolutely. In a second, Rich, your parents would vote for Brexit.
but also that my grandkids can never have fun again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would vote for that. That
They
would
would
be
write that one in.
Yeah. So yeah, they just like no, you're not allowed to play Frosthaven in the UK anymore. Sorry. We didn't have Frosthaven during the war.
Okay.
God damn it, Grandma. If you're 70 years old today, you didn't live through the war. But that's a real thing. It's like columnists will be like, like our senior citizens didn't live through the war for this, and it's like, yeah, they didn't live through the war. Like you have a faulty conception of time. And like I remember George Harrison saying once about like, the Beatles in the early 60s and being like, we were all just so sick of hearing about the war all the time. And that was 60 years ago. Okay. My Private Empire. The
First.
Oh, sorry. Right. Yes, you're right, Greg. We have other things
We
to
do
do.
looted resources first.
Okay, well, the pain conduit got one arrow vine.
I'm gonna order my dinner. So if that makes me not exist anymore, I apologize, but that's as long as I'm willing to go.
That's
Fair enough.
That's fair.
What is the let's go to you, James.
Yeah,
What
the
is
drifter
the,
gets
the Deep
nothing.
Wraith?
And the
Drifter gets
deep
nothing,
wraith.
yeah.
The deep wraith gets 1 metal, 2 lumber. Okay, hold on. I'll read everything that's not a coin. 1 more metal. So okay, 2 metal and 2 lumber.
Okay.
And then what's the conversion rate? On a level 2 scenario, the gold conversion rate is 3. So let's see. 1 coin, 2 more coins. So 3,
I think I didn't delete
5, 6, 8. You definitely didn't delete. Yeah, we did lose Rich, but perhaps he'll come back.
Perhaps.
You definitely didn't delete because starting character wouldn't have any gold because you don't get to keep the gold you didn't spend.
Yeah. And we can't transfer gold into the outpost, yeah?
Maybe we
can.
just make a note in like a separate. Okay, no. Burner account confirms no. You can transfer materials, but not gold.
So how much is 8 coins worth, James?
Let's see. Hold on. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8. 24. 24 gold.
24 gold, not bad.
Shiny. And she loves things that are shiny.
Yeah,
All right, materials
just
and herbs.
like-
I was thinking of herbs as materials, but that's a good point. The technical terminology would not class the herbs as materials. So, battle goals. The drifter was the perfectionist. End the scenario with your hit points at maximum value. Rich is back.
I did that.
Yeah, you did.
This is my first check in a long time. I did that.
Check and check. And then the pain conduit.
Hold on. I'm back in a bad way though.
Oh, you're back in a bad way? Uh-oh.
Why?
I don't think that. Am I lagging? Yeah, I'm back in a bad way. 1 second.
Okay.
We can do the
We can do the pain conduit's cool. I mean, the
Yeah,
Deep
yeah, yeah.
Wraith.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The Deep Wraith certainly did not, because this was not achievable.
Oh,
The Deep Wraith was the overachiever. Kill an enemy and open a door in the same turn in either order, but you can't open the doors in this scenario.
yeah. That sucks.
So I can't remember exactly what it was, but the other two were also. It's just like, okay, fine. I I, I thought maybe I'll be able to pull this off because I didn't know that the door. I felt like the doors were probably going to be related to the bells, which they didn't turn out to be. He's ba-
Whoa!
he's back in a
Rich
good
is
way,
back in a good way.
but not only in our ears. Hold on, let me grab him and summon him back to the show.
Phone to be like, "Fuck you, man! You can't eat and play."
You gotta cut us some slack here. Okay, well let's find out what the bad ending is to Scenario 107, My Private Empire. But we'll be back someday. Before this Frosthaven
Oh,
campaign is over,
did
we're
Rich
getting a
get
5
his
episode
battle
clear.
goal?
Oh yeah, right. The Pain Conduit's first battle goal was Streamliner. Have 5 or more total cards in your hand and discard pile at the end of the scenario.
Oh, no.
5 or more. Oh wow, yeah. No, goodness no.
Okay.
Okay, no check mark
Wait.
for you.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second.
Hand and
I had
discard.
I had a fuck ton in play.
I don't think those
Does
count.
that count?
No,
No, those when
those
the,
are in
when the
play.
round ends, if unless they go in your discard instead of your lost.
No, there's no way Flesh Friend does.
Nah.
No, Flash Friend's definitely lost.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
agony
if
of
they're
Others
lost,
is
then they're
not-
lost. Yeah.
Yeah, they're lost. Okay.
I think if they were in
Alright.
play, they would. Anyway. So here's the
Then they're neither in your hand or your discard.
you didn't do it all, but you knew when to quit. You're going home from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with a solid $64,000. Is that one of the quantities?
Sure, why not?
I don't know. 250. I'm sure 250,000 is, and that's a respectable chunk of money. All right, you flee the room, scramble up the stairs, and arrive panting. I don't know what the hell panting sounds like for the Deep Wraith. Back at the courtyard above. Yeah, something like that. It's just a slower clicking of the claws. I see that your feet are tired, the voice rings out. A pity. Still, I implore you, remember the name Ventilion. Oh, in-play cards are considered in the discard or lost pile depending on the symbols. So Greg was right about the tiebreaker thing, and it didn't work out for you. That's a nice
Sad.
thought. That's a nice thought.
Whoever had
Oh.
that thought, thank you.
Oh, and as thanks for attending my party, please accept this humble gift. A stone door swivels in a carved alcove, and a burgundy velvet sack embroidered in gold thread with the letter V appears on the plate. That's V, not for victory, because we did not fully win, but for Ventilion. We gain any X collective material resources, where X is the number of episodes overcome. So we can gain 3 material resources.
Okay.
So-
The thing we need the most is wood.
Well, then let's get some wood.
Giggity.
All
Yeah.
right. I'll give it to Rich to hold.
Yeah, give me that wood, Greg.
You got it. You got it, buddy.
Okay. So,
Love giving my friends wood.
You know,
I got to start working
I think
on
that
some like.
I
on
want
that
the internet
gimmick-
to know that St. John, New Brunswick is the worst place in the universe.
Listen, I'll tell you a thing about most parts of New Brunswick, which is that most parts of New Brunswick are unacceptably far from Trigo, which is really the only good thing in New Brunswick that I'm aware of.
Listen, I have
I mean,
had
like my cousin
some of
lives
the
there. I love my cousin.
like a top 1 to 3 experience of my life was in New Brunswick. Like I've had great times. on the rivers and in the woods of New Brunswick.
Yeah, there's a lot
But
of woods.
the places in New Brunswick where people live and the people that live there, I am not interested in.
I've got no
There
time.
are some very nice people in New Brunswick, but
100%.
there's
I've
also a
met
lot,
lots of
and there's a
people
lot of
that left New
trees.
Brunswick to move to Halifax that I really like.
I mean, the funnest thing to do in New Brunswick is definitely Trigo, especially because the Crystal Palace is gone. But also, the Crystal Palace,
Yeah.
when you went back to it as an adult, and you realize this isn't any sort of Crystal Palace like I remembered it in my mind. This is like a warehouse with a few arcade machines and a laser tag. That was kind of a letdown the one time. The only time in my life that I was ever dragged to a strip club was in New Brunswick, and that wasn't
Angie's.
great.
You went to Angie's?
I
No,
don't
that's
know.
in Moncton.
Yeah, I was in
I don't
Moncton.
know.
I was in Moncton when this happened.
Oh, yeah, then it was
It was a
Angie's for
bachelor
sure.
party trip. Well, it was. I don't know. Listen, the strip club thing. No disrespect to people who want to spend all their time in strip clubs. I mean, maybe a little disrespect, but not for. It's
Just the
not
right amount of disrespect.
Yeah, I'll still shake your hand if I've like seen you wash it. uh,
That is very close to one of DMX's. One of the
ooh,
10
oh
to
yeah.
15 lines of DMX's that I'm like, oh, I shouldn't listen to you, but I love you, but I shouldn't listen to you. I
Oh,
shouldn't listen to
it's
this
not
song
just a
anymore.
line. That's a whole verse
The
of
whole
just
song, man.
like, oh man, why?
The
What's
whole,
happening? What's happening? Why
like,
can't this be Rough
don't say
Riders
those
anthem?
things.
Yeah.
Don't say those things in 1930. So, like 60 years earlier than that, that wasn't okay to say.
I choose
You
to
know,
believe that maybe he had chilled out a little in his older age. But I don't know. I don't have any. My only reason for believing that is that you hear stories about him being very sensitive with fans who like were struggling with addiction and stuff, and you think like maybe adversity eventually, softened parts of his. I don't know. But I just want to think
Tough.
that because I like some of his music.
It's tough because like it's been pretty easy for me to just like never listen to R. Kelly because I don't like R. Kelly. So I've just been like, nah, you can't listen to R. Kelly.
Yeah, that part's easy.
But like, and like same with License to Ill. Like, not listening to Fight for Your Rights actually pretty easy. It's not a good song, but it's tough because I know I shouldn't listen to very much DMX, but I listen to a lot of DMX.
As long as you don't espouse in your own life the values expressed in DMX's music. Except for like
I'm pretty sure I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not.
And then, like
I'm an anxious and unconfident enough person to be like, I wonder if I do accidentally.
No, I mean maybe like he does have songs like I think is it just called "Miss You," or the song where he ends verse 1 by saying, "What I wouldn't give for one more hug from Grandma," in the exact same cadence that previously on the song Censored Done Started Something on his first album. He said, "You got what you came for, surgery with a chainsaw."
Yeah, he's awesome. Like
I was just picturing DMX singing the Blink 182's "I Miss You."
Oh man.
The angel from my nightmares.
I mean,
the shadow
listen.
of the background of the moon.
I mean, DMX was a very
really good.
like DMX was a very musical guy. Like his Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is awesome.
He could do it.
Both this like he does the intro in just like a sing-song voice, but like extremely scratchy, and then he goes hip hop, like banging out the beat and like doing ad libs and stuff, and it's freaking great.
It's the version that Ethan sings when he sings Rudolph, because that's the one I put on.
That's brilliant. That's so good. Okay. I was going to say, do we want to bang out the Outpost phase now to get it out of the way? But I feel like we might have too much of a touch of the sillies to get through that in like less than an hour and a half.
One more thing we do need to do though before we finish.
And also, we don't want to deprive Michaela of the full experience when she first joins us for Frosthaven.
She's gonna be so excited when we play him. We don't even get to a scenario in the first night. She's
like-
gonna be like, "Wait, what?"
No, just be like, don't worry. That just means you're committed for 3 Fridays in a row.
Okay.
You get
how
to
much,
do this 2 more
bonus
times.
XP? How much bonus XP do we get for a scenario of this level?
Excellent question. 8. 8 bonus experience.
8.
So, click, trill, snip, click is now at 55 because of my, starting at level 2. All right, had 45.
Ooh, 3 away from a level up. So I'm
And
definitely leveling up the next scenario we play
To level 9?
to level 8.
Okay. We're going to get you to level 9. You're going to get the
I think
full
we will.
Drifter experience before we ever manage to get you out of here. Okay. Well, yeah, so everybody start getting excited because Michaela is on her way.
She is a coming.
Excellent. Okay, yeah, so short episode, but I mean, in more ways than one, hey? But it was fun. And this is a cool scenario. And we will come back to this and we'll beat all 5 one day. Just so I can do the Ventilion voice more.
I'm excited about playing this character. I think it's going to take me a little while, though.
I
Really
like
get
that
the
we
hang
have
of
a
it.
scenario that we need climbing gear to get to. So the next time we play this, I also get a tick as long as we complete it.
Yeah, that's true. Although, who knows how soon it'll be. I guess if we're just working to retire the Drifter, it'll be fairly soon. But I think next time, we'll bring Michaela in. Well, let's find out. Let's find out the basics of the first scenario of Dr. Becky Goodpain's Aether Outpost personal quest. Because we've been reliably informed, and really, it probably should have been completely obvious to us it would be the case, that there are calendar locks in personal quest chains. So we want to start as soon as possible, so that we don't run into a situation where Rich is done with the character emotionally, but stuck with them for several months.
Yeah, we've all had relationships like that.
And so, perfect.
Oh, man, I don't want to bring Robert up in this situation.
This is perfect. This is great news.
Hannah won't let me let go. She's being a really good person and friend and wife and all of the things.
She is that.
She was like, "Go to his birthday party. Go right now."
Nah. Oh, wow.
Because then James wasn't there.
Yeah, Danielle went the total other way. Danielle said, "It's kind of snowy. I don't want to drive." And I was like, okay, that's fair.
It was kind of snowy.
And then it stopped snowing, and I was like, we could have gone.
It was super rainy, though.
I mean,
No,
I
I
don't
was
know
like,
why we're airing all this on stream, but
I hope he's watching.
no, it's fine. It's good context.
And
I would have
because-
gone. I don't have any of Rich's bitterness about this. It's weird that I've like not met Robert's 3-year-old son.
I was gonna say that we're airing it because there are people who know Robert, but there might not be anyone. Like, is there anybody that watches us that watched us when Robert was playing? Because we did stream with Robert. Because I remember when James said his address, Robert got mad about that.
Oh man,
Completely unreasonable.
That was early days.
Okay, I did do that once, but I removed it from video on demand.
You did.
Okay. So, maybe everyone else has been doing a bit, but I have not been doing a bit when I've been calling Marcel Marcus.
I think we were originally doing a bit, now that you mention it,
Yes.
but I forgot about that bit and just thought his name was Marcus.
Yeah. His name is Marcel.
The first...
Is it really Marcel?
It's Marcel. The very first scenario in your personal quest line is a Marcel Kurtechka Matatsis scenario. Designed by Marcel and written Written by his wife, Isabella Cortesca Metaxas. Because they did the thing where they dual hyphenated their names, which I think is very sweet. So we'll find out if she softened
That
his
was uh,
edges.
that was my second choice of last name for me. After I got married, I went with Hannah's last name. She said no, and then I said, "What if we double hyphenate?" She said no, so I kept mine.
There you
I
go.
believe if we had waited, if we got married now or 5 years ago or anywhere in between there, I bet she would have let me change my name. But then she was like, "Nah, man." But
Nah, can't
she
do
gets
it.
it now.
Okay. So check it out. Yeah, so Michaela is going to get to experience Frosthaven, Gloomhaven for the first time in a Marcel
I
scenario.
could have Michaela's last name.
And and so here you want to know what this special rule I think is actually going to be pretty fun. Because
Okay.
first of all, this scenario is going to introduce to us the normal rule of there being what am I trying to say here? The normal rule of there being ice tiles. That when you step into them, you continuously move in the direction you're going until you're not on ice anymore. You hit a wall.
Yeah, like that classic RPG puzzle
Golden
from
Sun or many other RPGs.
Golden Sun, Pokemon. Plenty of
The
them have
the
those sort of
entire game,
puzzles.
Kickle Cubicle, Legend of Zelda, Twilight
Mhm.
Princess is a one in the Snowy Mounts dungeon, the Giant's Mansion, or I don't know what it's called, but that's what it is. Uh, so not only does this introduce icy tiles, but also the special rule is that all enemies add push to all their attacks. So it's
Oh,
a
okay, so
slippy,
this is
slidey level, and then there's lots of
yeah.
hazardous terrain.
Slippy, slidey levels are among the best Mario levels.
Really, I
Have
think
some
you're
good slippy
you're
slide
not
areas.
in the majority opinion on that. Although
Oh,
I I
I
Yeah,
get a
like
big old rush from the slippy, slidey levels.
I enjoy a good slippy level, but a lot of people do not like slipping mechanics in their platformers.
Like
Uh,
sometimes I get penguin suit and I say, "No, thank you. I choose to slip and slide. I choose to really be doing a
I
lot of
choose to
left
slip.
hand work." I like the left hand work in Mario games.
and another thing, like I mean, I'm not a good reference point for what is
And
actually
another thing.
fun for people. Another thing, like along similar lines, where people generally I think don't like it, but I like it. I've replayed Super Metroid this week, and there are two moves in that game that are not like explained in the manual, or like in text that appears on the screen in the game. Wall jumping and run really fast with the super speed boots, and then crouch down to store the kinetic energy, and then do a super jump up. Those two moves are just taught to you by friendly animal aliens that you meet, and they teach you it by just like doing it in front of you, and you got to be like, well, what buttons would I press to do the same thing that they're doing? And a lot of people really hate that, especially with the wall jumping, because it does not work like say recent Mario game easy wall jumping, like
Hmm.
jump against the wall and press jump and you bounce off it. It's like jump
You
against
gotta
the
also
wall.
press away from the wall.
Well, you have to start pressing away from the wall to keep the jump going.
Yeah,
But in Super Metroid, you need to be against the wall and then press away. And then the moment you press away, there's a tiny window where now you can press jump and jump off the wall. But if you don't quickly hit that
that
window, you just drift away from the
but that
wall.
makes sense though.
Yeah, it does make sense, but a lot of people don't like it because it is tricky.
A lot of people haven't tried to jump off walls in real life. Then
Yeah, it's much easier than wall jumping in real life. And it hurts way less if you get like 5 or 6 wall jumps up a really tall tunnel and then fall all the way to the ground. Samus's suit can compensate for that. Anyway, oh my goodness. So this was a discursive
What? Yeah.
discursive and
people like it.
brief episode. Hopefully they do. I mean, if they don't, they had the option also to just realize that we'd stop playing and stop just turn it off.
It's gonna be really funny when at the end when we do our numbers thing, you're like, "Oh yeah, we average 0 viewers."
No, Burner Account's been
No,
out.
Everyone left
people
the
love
last
this.
hour.
We got
People
it.
love this.
We got it.
This is what people are here for.
Yeah. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I had fun. I think this was a cool scenario. I'm looking forward to getting our first Marcel scenario, and I'm gonna try to hold in my head the man's actual name because I'm sure that I knew it was a bit when we started doing it, but I have not been trying to just continually be dickish towards the designer of Forgotten Circles. Even if,
I'm
to be,
happy.
I mean, listen,
I'm so happy
even-
his name is isn't Marcus.
to be fair, it is true that Marcel has taken every opportunity he's ever been granted to be dickish towards us.
Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be even more fun because Michaela will be joining us. Barring it turns out this is
Yay.
particularly not a good Friday for her, but
Yeah.
she did say in a kind of not actually serious way, but she said can't wait. The last time I said we'll be debuting Michaela soon, so
She tuned in to watch some. I think she's at my
Yep.
house, so I think that they all tuned in to watch a few minutes.
oh nice,
Yeah.
yeah. The boy likes
Good
to see.
stuff.
That's great. That's awesome.
Oh no, he was asleep.
Oh, cool. Ooh, Marcel
We had our
also
call.
created the Geminate and another one that we haven't met yet.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's cool.
nice. The Geminate
And,
was fun. I enjoyed the Geminate.
Yeah, the very, very few times that we got to see the Geminate. The Geminate seemed very cool and absolutely seemed like a character that Marcus would design. All right, Marcel. Oh man. Oh no. So here's the thing. Marcel, and I've said
I
this
like
many
that.
times, but I might as well say it again. I admire Marcel's swing for the fences every time, never just do a kill all enemies, always figure out how far can we push the special rules to create a cool experience. I think it's a very bad campaign design strategy to actually do that every time. But I think that peppering Marcel scenarios through Frosthaven might turn out to be cool. So we'll find out. I'm looking forward to that. What else am I looking forward to? Well, check it out. I finished King's Quest VI, Air Today, Gone Tomorrow. That's not what it's called. Yes, it is. Air Today, Gone Tomorrow. And I confused myself there because I used so many other aphorisms that I mashed the word air into as my episode titles. But I finished that last weekend. All the rumors are true. It's by far the best King's Quest game. It's not even close. Actually, I don't know if I'd say it's that not close, but King's Quest 3 is some amount of close, but distinctly not as good. And then from there, it's another step down. And then eventually you get to King's Quest 5, which is pretty far down. But yeah, it was great. And I'm going to take a little pause before I dive into King's Quest 7, The Princeless Bride, to do some more Lolo. So much more logical and deductively conclusive puzzle solving tomorrow. That's a good point, Burner Account. Burner Account observes that
comment.
they experimented with using sections, which was a great introduction, but it's a really good idea to have experimented with it in Forgotten Circles, put it out into the world, got some feedback about things like, oh man, you're blindsiding us every time we turn the pages in the section book. Could you ever just not do that? And also, the mechanics are much better. The numbering, it's so much easier to look a section up. Yeah. So there's a lot to be said for Marcel's contributions. Just all of them in a row wasn't necessarily the way to go. Yeah. And then Sunday,
Something to be said for sure.
on Sunday, getting back to that Labyrinth of Worlds, Ultima Underworld 2. I'm so close. And yet I keep on, because my tabletop group got it going again last Sunday, so I didn't play last Sunday. I'm not sick of the game, but I do want to get a new game going on Sunday, so it keeps on stretching out in calendar time, even though the game itself I think is very right-sized. I think it'll finish right when I'm ready to be done with it and be very satisfying. But as a matter of programming, I'm ready to slot another game in, so I kind of wish I was done. So we're going to push on with that on Sunday. Then Tuesday will come. Greg and I have some beating them up to do.
We do.
I think we'll do the last arcade beat 'em up of 1988, which is our first Jalico game called Takeda Shingen. It is a samurai themed game, but I can't imagine we're going to play 2 hours of anything that Jalico ever made. So there will also be something else on the docket, but we'll find out when the time comes closer, as we continue to work towards having played every beat 'em up that was ever released through 1993. At which point, we'll give you the definitive rankings list. And then I guess we'll go to
We will die.
Yeah. Well, no, and then we can't die because there's 1994, 95. There's a bunch of years.
Yeah. That's true. They just
After
keep
1993, too. Yeah. Jeez. We eventually got to. Eventually, we will be able to go faster than 1 year per year because of. Actually, this is not 1 year to get through 1993, anyways.
No.
And then once we're just going year at a time, yeah, we'll knock them off. But yeah, so that's going along. And then before you know it, it's Friday again. We're playing Friday Night Frosthaven with Michaela. So that's exciting. So start getting hyped for that, everybody. And hey, if you stuck around to the end, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, can't hear my voice, I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time, when we prove to you that we do know a girl, take care of yourselves. And be kind to everyone you meet.